AC Rally has been getting a lot of love upon release, and rightly so, but it doesn't have VR yet. And sure, you can get it working with UEVR, and that's easy to do. I've had a go. It does look great, so it gives me hope for the future, but the performance isn't something I'm happy with in the Pimax Crystal Super. And that's fair enough, it's just a hack, it's just a workaround for now. That said, what it did do was give me a hankering for some real rally in VR, so I fired up EA WRC, but likewise, I just didn't get performance that I'm personally happy with. So then I turned to good old trusty Dirt Rally 2.0. I haven't had a go in that since getting a 5090. I haven't actually played it in a while. And I've got to say, that combined with the Pimax Crystal Super, it truly is a gorgeous game, especially when I now consider how old it really is. And in VR, with my motion seat, it just all comes together for such a fantastic experience. Welcome to Wales in Dirt Rally 2.0. So this is also a test of the Pimax Crystal Super microphone, which is what you are hearing now. I do have the NVIDIA noise removal filter on in OBS, but otherwise the quality is whatever the quality is. Right, let's get moving. You'll have to forgive my driving. I am not the best rally driver by any means. I'm not very competitive. I just play for myself, my own immersion and enjoyment, and I love it no matter what the outcome. So sorry mate, I can't hear you really, but hopefully I'll make it to the end. I'm driving pretty much blind, but we'll see if we can make it in one piece. On top of that, I don't have my motion seat on, so it feels a bit weird for me, but that's just so hopefully the footage is a bit smoother than me getting thrown around all over the place. But otherwise, I do love the motion seat in this game, you know, especially when you hit a big jump. You take off and everything is calm and still, and then you hit the ground and get a big jolt. Super immersive. And that's what this whole experience is, just immersion turned up to 11. I mean, the graphics are absolutely phenomenal, really. It's a 6-year-old game. Everything in-game is as high as it will go for me here, except MSAA. That's on 4. Everything else is as high as it will go. And oh, hairpin right, I believe. Oh God. Okay, that could have been worse. Nearly came to a stop, but still. Yeah, Pimax play is on medium, not high, because let's be honest, high is a little extreme and not needed here. Everything in this cockpit is crystal clear, legible. It's absolutely stunning. And that's the point of this video, really, to talk about this experience and the Pimax Crystal Super a bit more, but also to bring some love back to Dirt Rally 2.0 while everyone is fawning over AC Rally, rightly so. But if you haven't played this in a while, and maybe you've upgraded your GPU, CPU, and you know you've got a better headset, have another go at this, because I am getting full graphic fidelity here, almost, you know, as high as it will go, pretty much, on such a high resolution. Yeah, I'm hitting 90 FPS with this nice wide FOV in this headset, with OBS running. This is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Really, it's one of my favourite VR experiences. I'm in love with it all over again. Was that a hairpin or what is that? No? Okay, I'm not listening. See, that's really what this is. Give Dirt Rally another go. And another thing I've discovered is, well, in this game, if you want the wheel to match 1-to-1 with your wheel, you must turn off the hands, because they only go up to 540 degrees for whatever reason. Well, now I've discovered actually that is my preference. So even in AMS2, I'm turning the hands off. So give it a go. What I've discovered is that having hands that don't match my own movement going to the gear shift and so on, obviously it's not in sync, that it breaks more immersion than not having hands at all. In fact, I forget I haven't got hands on the body in a weird way, a bit like a subtitled movie. You forget you're watching subtitles. What am I doing? You forget you're watching something like this. I forget I haven't got hands or a body, but I'm not having the weird immersion breaking thing of the hand not in the right place, especially if it's a situation where I'm keeping my hand on the shifter, you know, because if you're doing a lot of short shifting, it just feels so much more real. And even in real life, I'm not looking down, seeing my hand anyway. So I've tried to express that as best I can. Probably not done a good job. The long and short of it is, give it a go driving in VR, especially if you're using a H shifter gear stick without the hands on. Give it a go. And where am I going?
6 left.
But yeah, this scene is phenomenal. The brightness of the headset mixed with the local dimming is such a beautiful scene. And you know, so Mura, this is not a game where I'm seeing Mura. There's no uniform, you know, nice blue sky for me to ever see it in here anyway. It's impossible to see Mura, obviously in this environment at the moment. Absolutely impossible. And was that hairpin left? I think so. And in my time using the Super, Mura's not been something I've really thought about at all. So I'm happy to say that. I know for some people it's just completely unacceptable. That's fine. But I don't want some people to be put off this headset under fear of Mura. When, look, let's be honest, you've got a trial period. You can get the headset, and if you're not happy with it, you can get a refund. But that said, if you get a headset like I've got here, and the panel's got as little Mura as this, it's nothing to be worried about. It just looks stunning. It just looks absolutely stunning. You know, when you load the game, it's in a black void, and you've got the loading screen. That black void is super black with really no glare or blooming. So yeah, the local dimming works way better than I thought or hoped it would. I have, what am I doing with the keys? I have moved to the thicker padding on the facial interface, so my eyelashes don't touch the lenses at all. What I do is I put it on, I push it, I squeeze it in until my eyelashes are just about to touch the lenses, then I clamp it down. So it's on fairly tight, but it means it's firm. It doesn't move around in my motion seat when I'm getting thrown around with the inertia. I get no light leakage, even where the little glasses gap here is, but it is fairly dark behind me despite some LED lights on. It is fairly dim in here anyway. But yeah, it's more comfortable for me. Where am I going? It's more comfortable for me with this thicker one on, so you know, absolutely give it a go. You don't have to lose any FOV if you clamp it down nice and tight, and I just find it more comfortable, so you know, it's worth having a go. I am using the Soundcore earbuds still. I need to use those generally because of my motion seat noise, but as I said in my first impressions, I wouldn't use the audio just on the head strap anyway. I have got some DMAS I need to put on here, but I haven't done that yet. But I know the DMAS are good. So what am I doing with the gears? I'm trying to kill the gearbox. So yeah, that's it really. Just a bit of a waffle video. Usually my videos, I think I've got some information to share, an idea or a review or something a bit more informative in some way. I don't often make a video that's not particularly about anything, and this is one of those. It's just about the experience of Dirt Rally 2 all over again, my enjoyment of it, along with the Pimax Crystal Super. I can't emphasize it enough how good of an experience this is. And that's it. I'm looking forward to the future of AC Rally, because that does look good. Having a good in UEVR, it just wasn't a comfortable experience. Not, you know, performing up to any sort of standard that I'm happy with. I think that's got to be nearish the end, isn't it? I know I have driven this before, I don't remember it, but I remember this is not a super long stage. Ah, over finish. There we go. Made it to the end. Made it to the end. That's that's all I can ask for, really. So yeah, that's all this video was. Bit of a waffle. Have a go at Dirt Rally 2 if you haven't in a while, especially if you've upgraded your computer or you've got a new headset. It may not have all the physics, you know, the bells and whistles that AC Rally has got, but who cares? In VR, it's a phenomenal experience. Any comments or questions, drop below. I'll always try to answer. Otherwise, that'll do it for now, and I'll catch you later. Cheers.